Hi, my name is Jairus Williams, and I'm a worship pastor in Huntington Beach, California. So, who am I? I'm a husband of 16 years, I'm a dad of 2 boys, and I'm a pastor and a leader and a learner. I've had the amazing experience over the last 6 years to work at one of the largest churches in the country, and the beautiful thing about it is that though we have 15,000 people across all of our campuses, I got to come in at our campus when it was 150 people, and I got to see it grow to 250 and then to 500 and then to 750 and then over 1,000. And through each of those seasons, they all taught me something different about how to dive into the relationships with the people, how to delegate things to other people, how to grow a ministry. And I've learned so much in this season here. And I'm excited about the next season that's to come.
Pour out our praise to you only. Pour out our praise. You give life. You are love. Bring light to the darkness. You give hope. You restore every heart that is broken.
I believe that worship gives us an amazing opportunity to do what we were created for, which is to respond to God. I believe that in all of us, we have this innate sense to respond to the things around us, whether it's sight or touch or smell. God has created us with an innate sense to want to respond. And so if we can learn in worship to respond to God, then I believe that we'll learn His voice. And so then when we're outside of Sunday mornings, we start to learn what it means to respond to His voice in our daily lives. And if we can do that, then when we start to be around friends and in community, we start to hear God whisper to us about the people around us. And we respond to His voice in serving the poor and the hungry and the needy. And then that just spurs us right back around. And so I believe that there is a response cycle that we have in the church, and that one ministry can feed the other. What I've learned over the years through my story and through the story of others is that we are people who are quick to forget. And so we seem to forget the things that we should remember, and then remember the things that we should forget. So if somebody speaks words of death into us, where we're hurt and there's pain, we remember those things forever, but every good word that's said to us, we quickly forget. So in worship, I think that my job as worship pastor is to be an encourager of the things that I see around us in the world, and an encourager of the things, and speak life into people from stage. And so we speak hope, we speak joy, and we speak freedom to remember those things, and remember that God is close to the brokenhearted, that He inhabits the praises of His people, that He's close to those who draw close to Him. And so if we can do that from stage, I believe with all my heart that the best worship leaders are the best encouragers. And so that's something that I try to do every time that I'm on stage.
You are welcome here. Come flood this place and fill the atmosphere. Your glory, God, is what our hearts long for, to be overcome by your presence, Lord.
In my time here on the West Coast, the church that I work at is a massive learning environment. And so I've learned and grown so much as a leader, as a pastor, in my walk with Christ. And one thing that I've learned is that clear vision and clear values wrapped in a healthy culture are the things that drive the church. And so I believe that vision is a huge piece of my ministry, but I believe that the culture that I build around it is the vehicle that drives it. And so I always want to create healthy teams. I want to invest in people. I want to be in their lives outside of church and then inside of church. And so I believe that if I can create teams that are focused on what we're there to do, which is worship God and to draw people into Him, if I can create a family atmosphere where people feel welcome, and that this is someplace that they want to be. And if I can create an environment that's fun and that's inviting, because we're going to spend a ton of time together, then I feel like that we've got a culture that's going to build a team that is healthy and a ministry that's healthy for the long haul. And so at my core, I'm a team builder. At my core, I'm a culture builder. And that's the thing that drives the vision that I have for worship for our church.
Let us become more aware of your presence. Let us experience the glory of your goodness. Let us become more aware of your presence. Let us experience the glory of your goodness, Lord.
We all have a story. And my story has led me to this place where I'm living this life of adventure for Christ. And it's led me to have a vision statement for my life that I want to encourage people to live a life of adventure with Christ, free of guilt and shame. And so I believe that the vehicle in this season of my life to do that is by worshiping God. But every one of the people in that room have a story. And if we can lead authentically through what God is doing within us from stage, and that we can model what it means to worship, model what it means to be in a posture of surrender, model what it means to lift our hands to Him. And if we can do that across our teams, that the vehicle of music that God's given us, the creativity that He's put within us, is something that we can pass on to generation after generation. And I believe that it is our duty as worship pastors to develop the next generation of leader. And so I'm always looking for who it is that God will bring into our path. And so I'm hoping that in my next season of ministry that we can develop a ton of new worship leaders, invest in their stories, and watch them lead worship for generations to come.
So I say, Holy Spirit, you are welcome here. Come flood this place and fill the atmosphere. Your glory, God, is what my heart longs for, to be